Nice.
That's actually something that I kind of came up with.
Todd is great and he is always baked.
I think my
Morning
speaker
sun
is fucked up.
shining, we can't be late. Coffee brewing, tunes on the go.
I
knock,
can't hear
knock,
the
it's the
theme
Todd
song.
and Joe morning show.
I couldn't hear the theme song.
I heard it.
Yeah, you can hear that too.
You can hear that, or you can't.
I can.
Oh, okay.
It's the thing like when I unplug my mic and plug it back in. Like
it changes it to your. Yeah.
It changes it to my mic. Knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
That's
knock,
what I
knock,
recall.
Technical issues.
It's the Todd and Joe morning shizzle.
You like my
I'm
name?
Chipper Stones, and that's Bill Bowl. Schwaggins over there. What's going on, Bill Bowl?
You know,
It's a mouthful.
I'm not even into any of those movies. You know,
Oh,
like, honestly,
bro,
it's
I
not my
love
thing.
those. So
So I was like, I'll pick a name that like would really be nothing that I would be like, oh yeah, and like that's something I enjoy.
So
it's not
I
that
actually
I'm like,
had
fuck those movies. It's just something I never got into.
the Hobbit itself is one of my favorite books that I've read from a kid. My mom has this really cool edition. It's like this hardcover. It's pretty big. It's kind of got like engraved like cover. It's dope. But those Lord of the Rings movies, I have a small place in my heart because so those three came out my 3 final years of high school, and they always came out around the Christmas season. So those last 3 years, what my dad did was, what was that look for?
My computer, like my icons and shit started like weirdly like kind of like flashing, and then like a window briefly popped up on my taskbar.
Oh,
and
that
I was
was
like,
that's our FBI agents.
oh, dude, they there's no way people still listen to us like that. Like, dude, the
Dude,
conversations.
Even more so. We are controversial subjects in the public media. But anyways, so when I was 15 to 16, we went and saw the first one. So like we went on January 2nd and we went to the late showing, so by the time we got out, it was my birthday. And we did that, and then the last one came out was my 18th birthday. So we did that all 3 years. So I always have an affinity for those films.
Yeah. No,
And
I
I
get
want to
that.
go
I just never.
I want to go to the Netherlands where they shot it or wherever it was. They have like the hobbit holes and stuff.
Dude, that was the one thing. One day I was talking to my buddy. He used to live in California. And I was like, hey, man, what were you doing today? Or what are you up to today? You know, whatever. Oh, I just got back from riding my dirt bike out in the fucking dunes that they filmed Star Wars in. I'm like, okay.
That's
you know,
crazy.
like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, that's just so random. But did you know that if you take out your phone and you put in, like, I want to go somewhere, and you type in the address of 4658 Onondaga Boulevard, it'll bring you to this nifty little store. It's next to Walgreens, behind a cool restaurant called Limp Lizard. We like to call it Joe's Buds. It is a beautiful cannabis dispensary that you should check out. All great products, flower, edibles, vapes, whatever you're looking for, they got it. Great prices, tons of different vendors, so you have a wide variety and selection. And we had Joe on a few weeks ago, and he was telling us the way they have their shit set up, which I like this, is instead of having it like their cases set up by vendor, it's actually set up by like strain, sativa, indica, etc. Which,
Right.
when I started smoking the reef, that
The
shit didn't
devil's
exist. I mean,
lettuce.
it existed, but it didn't exist. No one gave a fuck
No.
if you just want to get high.
The only time you ever talked about that is after you read an issue of High Times and like you read all that shit, and then you wanted to feel like smart around your friends. Like you bought what the dude on the corner was fucking selling. Like,
yes, if it was swag, it was swag. You get some
and
mids that
most
was
of the
like
time
green,
it
but still
was.
seedy. Yeah,
Like, and
I
do you
used
know
to be
what's
able
crazy?
to get go for it.
Oh, well, like, so, like, I remember hearing like the fucking old heads like talking when I was in like high school, like, wow, your guys' weeds were so much stronger, so much better than ours. The shit that they come out with now, like the shit with these fucking things, like I feel like if we went back in time to like the 60s and 70s and smoked their weed, we would have been like, bro, this is what caused the movement. This doesn't even make me want to jerk off. Like,
No, and that's the thing. And like a good testament to that kind of is my parents. They both smoked throughout the whatever. Like, actually, at one point in time, my mom was like, I smoked the whole time I was pregnant with you, and you turned out okay. I'm like, yeah, fuck too, I did. Like, what the fuck? Did you know me? Like, I am not okay. But regardless, but going from when I started smoking, and they figured it out at point in time, I was stealing it from my parents and just going to my friend's house, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't know, dude. Like, all I kind of was like, oh, my parents smoke weed. Or, well, my parents, whatever. I didn't really know what it was. So, like, I started stealing their shit and smoking it. And it was fucking kind of like, it was not good. But, as a teenager, like, hey, whatever. So then, it was like, so now it's like, I know what you used to smoke. I know what what my dad like grows and smokes now, whatever. And I'm like, I know what you're smoking now. Like, you are a testament of being like, holy shit. Cause I told him, like, when I first started getting them weed years ago, I'm like, it's not what you're used to. Just be careful. Like, you're used to like rolling joints and,
dude,
whatever of this other shit. Like, not
stop,
what you used to.
stop. I have
Yeah.
an idea. I have an idea.
Go for it.
Before you divulge any more information,
Yes.
would your father be willing for you to sit down and record him for like 5 minutes and actually ask him this question and record his actual response and then show it on the 420 episode? Because I want to talk to you about something. And now that you've brought up Joe's Buds, and I have a story that I'm going to tell about stealing weed that plays into somebody I interviewed on Stepping Stones, my buddy Frank's little brother Alex. And those two are your opponents on the upcoming second annual, guys. That means we've done it. It'll be the second one. 420 special, okay? It'll be number
These will
2.
be done 2 years in a row.
Dose for those who are crossing over from Wrestle fandom and are fans of Ultimito Pantera del Muerto,
How
our
did you
new
remember
Lucha
that?
correspondent. He's a great
I don't.
guy.
He is.
I miss
I
Drew
miss
though.
Drew.
I do
Yeah,
miss
I
Drew.
miss Drew. Hey, we
So,
gotta have Drew on
anyways,
here sometime. It'll just be like Wrestle Fandom without Garrett, but not.
talking
We
about
gotta do that.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, that honestly, that might have to happen in the upcoming future with your work schedule changing, Drew not going to be having a work schedule.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
might have to record a couple episodes like Drew, you're filling in for Joe. Drew, you're filling in for Todd. That'll be fun. Didn't we do that once? No,
No.
that was the Drew, Todd, and Joe wrestling show. That was a different one.
Wrestling.
Well, that was the wrestling show.
Um.
So
Yeah. So no, second annual 420 special.
420.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
I'm going to tell the story
Da-da-da-da.
about Alex, okay? And then I need to talk to you because I don't know how serious you're taking this, but
You have no
you're not
idea.
just
You
anyway.
don't
So
know. Yeah.
Alex's biological mom and my buddy Frank's biological mom, they are in love and have been scissoring for like 40 years. Okay, but they were potheads, and we knew they were, but like it wasn't acknowledged between us that we knew, and they didn't acknowledge that they knew that we smoked. Like one.
I'm acknowledging.
Oh, I was like, what? I thought you were like, hang on a second.
No, I was just acknowledging.
So they would lock their bedroom, right?
Mhm.
But it was an older style house, so like there was the porch, and the porch was like shingled and shit. So we would like go out the window in the hallway, go around, and summertime, they didn't have AC because it was an older house. Windows are open. Boop, we would go in through the window, take some of their stash, boom, boom, out, roll up, toke up, get high as fuck. Hi, moms, if you guys watch this. But so Alex partook in it. So now we got on this 420 special, we're doing Weed Jeopardy, I think is what I'm calling it. It's Weed
Yeah, something
Jeopardy.
like that. Yeah,
All right?
there you go.
It's Weed Jeopardy. So we're going to do a round of that, and there's going to be points, one lost, whatever. All right. Now, there's various topics. There is a weed science instead of weird science, weed science category. Okay. But a lot of the other stuff is more like pop culture, movie references, stuff like that. Possibly cartoons, characters, show, whatever. You're representing us, Todd. Like, you got these two guys. You got Joe Simons, Mr. Fancy, hot shot, $1,000 suit wearing, suit, dabble into the business world of marijuana. You might call him a yuppie. I don't know. But you're going to have him. And thank you for your sponsorship, Joe. Everybody, Onondaga Boulevard, Syracuse, go give him your money. But that all that aside, this suit Joseph is going to stroll on to the Todd and Joe Morning Show. The 420 special. The second annual, meaning that's the second one. And it's the first time we're doing Weed Jeopardy. You think he's going to come in half-cocked, acting like he owns it? Because businessman that he is, he thinks he owns the world. He thinks the law doesn't apply to him so much that he became a lawyer in the state of Massachusetts to get fat cats like Alex DeFazio, who dabbles in the cannabis technology, probably in fucking, what is it? Trojan Valley? No, not Trojan Valley. What's the
Silicone?
Yeah, that one. Silicone Trojan. Same latex.
Not the same thing at all.
Whatever. With his weed startups, creating things like vaporizers, maybe. I don't know what technology he does. But again, thinks he can buy his way onto the Todd and Joe Morning Show's 420 second annual number 2
Wait,
special.
he fucking paid you?
Huh?
You said buy his way onto it. Did
No,
he
I
pay
think
you?
they're gonna.
Are you not
I
gonna
think
be
they're. No, I think they're gonna try to buy the show. Is what I'm saying.
Oh no. Well, I mean, I
Talk to
need
our
some
accountant.
money.
But their businesses, their technology, it doesn't exist without guys like you. You are the backbone of that industry, Todd. Without
I'm
you
a
out there
stoner.
with
I'm a
your
grower.
Edward Scissorhands going breaking your back like an immigrant worker standing outside Home Depot looking for that
Wow.
money. But that's what I'm saying. You're the everyday man, Todd.
I am. I am the everyday man.
You're just
and
like
I
those
will
guys.
represent the stoners.
You do. You are the stoners champion.
Yeah. What the fuck are we talking about?
Weed Jeopardy.
Ah, yeah.
So,
Okay.
I want you to train your balls off. And then I want you to glue them back on and train them off some more. Because at the end of the day, Todd, you need to win this.
I will.
You need to win this for us, for the people, for the Cheech and Chongs, for the Joe and Todds out there.
I'm gonna do it.
And
I'm gonna do it.
Don't let Suit and Trojan Valley here take that away from us. That's all I have to say about that.
Down with the man. Down with
Tune in on 420.
Which is also Easter
420.
and WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's a busy day. The episode will go live there, and Todd will put it on the Spotify too. Even though it's not your normal Todd and Joe morning show, it's the special
There
that
still
birthed
will
the
be,
Todd and
though,
Joe.
right? Will
Huh?
we have a post 420 show, or will that be the show for the week?
So
We'll talk about it later.
since we record ahead of time, we're gonna have to we're gonna do a whole episode pretending you won Jeopardy, and then if you lost, it's gonna not make sense, and it'll be awesome.
Okay, works for me.
All right,
Hey, you know what else is going on?
Todd News.
where the useless news comes first.
Guess what? There's world
What?
records.
Oh, we're back, baby.
Yeah, a couple. 2 out of the 4 stories are world records. And we're going to start it off with a really stupid one. Because as we know and as we've discussed, most of them are just fucking dumb. An Idaho man broke a Guinness World Record and a sign at the organization's headquarters by completing 38 behind the back basketball passes in 30 seconds. Stupid. Anyway, we've talked about this dude before, David Rush, who holds the most
Motherfucker.
concurrent Guinness World Records attempted the record for the most behind the back passes off a wall in 30 seconds during a visit to Guinness World Records headquarters in London. I'm assuming it was the same time where he was over there juggling that shit we watched the video of. Or like he
Probably.
was standing on something and like a ball and regardless. The only wall available to use was the one with the official Guinness World Records logo on it, Rush wrote online. Rush realized shortly into his attempt that the bouncing ball was causing the sign to fall apart. First, the star peels off, then pieces of the wooden logo start clattering to the floor, Rush wrote. It sounded like a mini demolition zone. You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm hearing like electrical feedback.
Wow, you're like super loud now. And you're frozen.
Yeah. What
So
about now?
yeah, you're not there, and you're loud. Rush took the
I'm still not there.
Now you are.
Oh, okay.
Rush took the record with 38 passes, besting the previous record of 25. The Guinness team was supportive, and to top it off, I've been dubbed the LeBron James of record breaking. I thought, how ironic is that? LeBron broke the NBA's all-time scoring record, passing 50,000 points, and here I am breaking a basketball record of my own, Rush wrote. Don't fucking play that off like it's some basketball record. Like what LeBron James did takes ability and
Is
skill.
nothing.
What you did is passing a fucking ball behind your back. Like you cannot, and I'm not a sports fan, Joe knows this, like, but I will recognize where
Wait,
people,
what?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't like sports?
Fuck sports. I will recognize sports entertainment's different. I will recognize someone like LeBron James and be like, yeah, dude, this is an amazing fucking basketball player. But you don't be like, I broke a basketball record of my own. Go fuck yourself, David Rush.
Right.
This one is just eerie, and I don't know if this dude is going to die anytime soon.
Okay.
A Michigan man who won $500 playing a daily 3 lottery drawing using $100 winning to buy his fast cash tickets and wound up with a $2.39 million jackpot after playing the numbers 666. Shawassee County man told Michigan lottery officials his luck began with a $500 win in a daily 3 drawing. I played 666 on a couple of daily 3 tickets and won big, the player said. I decided to take $100 of my winnings and buy some fast cash tickets because the jackpot was so huge. The man bought $100 worth of jackpot slots millionaire tickets from King's Corner Market in Owasso. As soon as the clear came me the tickets, I ran my eyes over them to see if I had won anything. I was absolutely shocked to see that I had hit the jackpot for $2.39 million. We started celebrating in the store, and then I got to make the best phone call I ever made to my family and friends and tell them the news. When then all of a sudden they were like, let's borrow money. Everybody's been so happy for me and my wife, the winner said. The man said his winnings will go towards paying bills and making investments. That sounds like some kind of fucking supernatural crossroad demon type shit, man.
Yeah, he
Like,
sold his
that's,
soul, man. He
yeah.
definitely sold his soul.
There's no way. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, coincidence possible, but man, to play those three fucking numbers and like, yeah, you won 500, but that 500 is what led to that 2.3. You know, like,
Right.
you got 10 years, buddy. 10 years.
I know, right?
You'll hear the
Yeah,
hellhound.
right.
The hellhounds will be coming.
Oh, shit.
Sam and Dean ain't around no more to fucking save your ass.
Well, I heard they're talking about bringing him back.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I wasn't a fan of the way Dean died. I thought it was just kind of lame. I mean, I know like the plan for the
I
original
disagree with.
episode before COVID, but I don't know. I thought they're not that I wanted it some big elaborate, you know what I mean? But like,
I
spoiler
thought it
alert
was
if you haven't
perfect.
fucking seen this, for him just to like die on a fucking large nail, I guess, if you will, or a fucking piece of rebar, you know, hanging out a thing. Like, I don't know, man. It just felt, because that
I loved
show
it.
was so epic, it just felt almost anticlimactic to me because it was like,
See, but I think that's what made that ending work so well, is the fact that despite everything that they did, so many like world altering apocalypses that they fought and that they stopped. At the end of the day, what took them out was the thing that the job that they were really meant to do, and it was something as simple as him falling into that giant nail sticking out, and him doing that also closed the circle. Like Dean brought Sam back into the life when Sam tried to
mhm.
leave. And then Sam spent the next decade and a half with Dean going on this journey together. Dean leaving with dying let Sam free from that. Like that ride is now over. He no longer needs to be his brother's keeper. Sorry. Hang on. What's up, B? All right. Just tell me the name.
Yeah, some of those names. Kneecaps, bitches. Kneecaps getting taken out today.
Yeah, let me call you back in a minute. I'm recording right now. All right. That. All right. Continue.
All right. World record, and then just something random. An Australian father and son took to the sky in a glider and broke a Guinness World Record
Oh,
by performing 45 consecutive inside loops. That's a lot of loops.
that is quite a few loops.
David Scutching said he decided he wanted to go for a world record as he approached his 50th birthday, so he recruited his son, Max, 16, to join him in a twin-seat DG 1000 glider in the sky over Gowler, South Australia. Throughout my whole life, I've been trying to set myself as a role model for young people, in particular my family, to show that goal setting, working hard, having discipline, and really trying hard is the way to get what you want to achieve. And that's what we did with this record. The father told Guinness World Record, "Stop being the don't." The pair attempted the record on Australia Day, January 26th, and completed 45 consecutive loops, smashing the previous record of 24, which has stood since 2001. Scutchings, who flies helicopter for the South Australia Police, said he hoped to inspire young people to go into aviation, saying, "It's one of the best things you can do in life." I actually wanted to be a pilot when I was younger.
So, what kind of helicopter chases are the South Australian police doing where he's got the aviation skills where he's looping?
Oh, you know, those fucking crazy kangaroo chases and shit, you know, that type of things.
Oh, crikey, going through the outback, like hanging off, Crocodile Dundee style. Oh, yoy, crikey, swing through the canyon there. We're going to get the bugger.
Yeah, yeah. There's such a stereotype of Australia. It's hilarious. And it's weird because that just kind of rolls into this next one. Police in South Carolina rounded up an escaped kangaroo, South Carolina, which turned out to have been released by a mischievous goat.
What?
The Horry County, yes, Horry, Horry, County Police Department said on social media that the 4th Precinct Patrol Division responded to a neighborhood where a kangaroo was seen on the loose. Could you imagine seeing that shit? Especially if you're like a stoner. You live in fucking South Carolina and you look out the window and there's a kangaroo bouncing around. Like, what the fuck? The officers returned this pouch potato pet home, the Post said. I don't know what the fuck that means. The animal's owner, Lindsay Richardson, said that she had just woken up when a neighbor alerted her that her exotic pet was loose. So this bitch just has a fucking kangaroo. It's not even like, I thought it was a zoo. I didn't read the full article. Richardson said that she had to go out. Okay. Why did they have to fucking add this? Richardson said she had to go out in her silk pink pajamas to help
Oh.
police wrangle the loose roo. Richardson later determined the kangaroo had gotten out thanks to her goat unlatching a gate. I was not aware. I mean, I know there's some exotic animals people get, but they're more on like this, this kind of size animal, whether it be like a snake or
A tiger? People
yeah.
get tigers.
But
I saw a
like,
documentary on Netflix this one time about this really, really eccentric man. His name,
oh yes.
he was a king almost of tigers.
Yeah. So I just didn't know you could be like, hey, I'm gonna get an exotic pet of a fucking kangaroo. Because like
Well,
I've seen
I
pictures
know
of
certain
kangaroos like in
pets.
Australia and they're like jacked.
Well, and I guess they're very like protective and like violent too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll kill you. And actually, let's look. I'm gonna look this up.
I saw a terrible video on
Um,
YouTube, which the dude, everything was good in the end. You probably saw it too and made its rounds. But it was like a dude that had to go out and fight a kangaroo like in a lake because it had like grabbed his dog and was like drowning his fucking dog.
yes, and he
The
like
dude went
fist
out and
fought it.
he fucking beat that kangaroo's ass and shit. But it's like shit like that. You're like, what the fuck kind of animal are you? Like, Jesus Christ. Like,
All right. So from 2000 to 2010, there were 234 animal-related deaths in Australia. Wow, that's it.
that's not a lot in a 10-year span.
Hang on. Let's see.
Up here, people get trampled by like moose and shit. Like,
Yeah. So in 10 years, 18 deaths were caused by kangaroo.
that's still more than there should be, in my opinion.
There there were more kangaroo caused deaths than there were by bees, 16, sharks, 16, which is also kind of scary.
Yeah, yep. Bees is understandable.
14 by snakes,
Understandable.
9 by crocodile,
Terrible.
5 by emu,
What? Okay.
mostly because of like car accidents. Like,
Yeah,
caused
okay.
by
That
the
makes
emu.
sense. Yeah. Fucking emu.
And then combined, fish, sheep, goats, camels, cats, and jellyfish equaled 39 deaths.
What the fuck?
Two, two by spider, 3 by spider in 20 years.
So we're talking Australia, correct?
Yeah.
They have camels?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I stereotyped camels to be more of like, Egypt area and shit like that. Like, I don't know. I just
Yeah.
you don't what I mean? Like, well, like you learn about Australia. I just don't remember being like camels, Australia. Somebody calling me. Fuck off.
Well, like, well, you think about it, there's probably like thousands of camels in the U.S. just for zoos alone.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and Australia is massive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
And
like
it does have a lot of desert land too, I guess.
it's a weird place. All right, you got something you want to do, Stump Joe,
Um,
or you want
let
to do
me let
fact?
me read some fucked up facts. Like I told Todd. Actually, we're gonna like marinate on these a little bit. All right. So here's the first one. There are more than 300 dead bodies still on Mount Everest.
So you know what's funny, not haha, about you saying that is I literally just saw like a video the other day, and it was like somebody going up Everest, and there was just a frozen body, like there, like on the side, just
Like just think about that. You've existed for like say on average 30 years at that point. Like maybe you got a wife and kids at home. Maybe you don't. Maybe you got a girlfriend you're going to propose to after you do this, and then you fucking die and you're just frozen
yeah,
on Mount Everest forever.
for people just to
That's
walk
crazy.
by and be like, "Hey, look, there's a dead person." Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. In my opinion, the fascination on having to climb a mountain like that, and I get it on
Yeah.
some levels, like yeah, like you're at the highest point in the world. Is that right? Isn't that what Everest is? Is the highest point in the world or something like that? Or
If not the,
K2.
it's pretty fucking close.
Um so like I understand, but like looking at that, hearing of like, and I know a lot of it is like adrenaline junkies and shit that are like, oh my god, to be, it's like that's cool, but man, like to sit back and be like, is it really worth risking your life to climb a large hill?
Right. I
Like
know. Like I get like it is what it is, but like
yeah, like I said, I get
it's
it, but it's like, what the fuck? So, what's another one? Hit
yeah.
me with another one.
So dogs like squeaking toys because it sounds like they're prey.
Huh.
That that's kind of fucking morbid almost.
Yeah, that one I don't know if I'm because I don't like to picture
So
dogs being predators. I know ancestrally, da da da. I get that, but like, I don't know, man. Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, he's my dog. Like, I don't want to think
right.
about him unless it's a life saving, whatever. Like, I don't want to think of my dog attacking animals.
So think about this. If the sun exploded right now,
Ugh.
we wouldn't know on Earth till 8 minutes later. So theoretically, if like the sun exploded and we were monitoring it and we knew it, so like the world could know or whatever, we would like have like some sort of like probe out there. We would watch it explode, and then we would sit here for 8 minutes
Waiting to see what happens.
waiting for just impending death. That's fucking insane.
I would just do as much shit as I could in 8 minutes. Like, I would be like,
Yeah,
okay, if
right.
somehow I can survive this, what do I need to put somewhere that I can do in 7 minutes? Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? And just try to fucking hide. And then if it happens, it
Try to
happens.
do the Mario world record.
It's true. I did it.
So
Die.
ferrets will die if they don't fuck for a year.
Poor bastards.
Ugh.
That sucks. Sucks to
So
be a ferret.
on average, you sweat 26 gallons on your bed a year.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's one of those, like, I want to now deep clean, like, my house type shit.
All right, so here's the last one because it's fucking funny. A duel of three people is called a truel.
And it's the most obvious thing in the world that it should be called. Like, what else would you call it? It has to be a truel.
Right.
Yeah. A trio duel or a thruel. No.
Right.
All right. You ready to be stumped? Maybe, probably not. I feel like these are pretty easy ones for you. I was in a hurry, but I was like, I'm gonna go easy on Joe today. So I feel like
No, I
these aren't
appreciate
that bad, to be honest with you.
it. Okay.
Okay, let's start off
Yeah.
easy. If you don't know this one, I might be sad. Be like, really? But I think you will. On what television series did The Simpsons debut as animated shorts?
Tracy Ullman Show.
That is correct. What 1960s cartoon duo battled spies named Boris and Natasha?
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
You are correct. Steve Martin, known for his comedy and writing, is also famous for playing which instrument?
Oh, fuck. What's it called? The little guitar, right? Ukulele.
No, sir. He plays the banjo.
Oh, I knew it was a little guitar.
I mean, it's not little.
The faces.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. You can find guitars with that, but it's just awkward to play those, though. What actor named Ryan is the ex-husband of Reese Witherspoon?
Gosling. No, not Gosling. Philippi. Brian. Yeah,
Felipe?
Philippi.
Yeah, how the fuck do you say his last name?
I think it's Philippi. They did Cruel Intentions together
Okay, yep.
with SMG.
Felipe. I
and
always called him
Selma Blair.
Felipe. It sounds better. Even though it sounds Spanish, I don't think he is. What relationship between actor Emma Roberts, or what is the relationship between actor Emma Roberts and Julia Roberts?
Emma Roberts is her niece.
You are correct.
Her father's also an actor.
Who?
Eric Roberts.
I don't think I know who that is. What would he be in that I
I'll
would
pull
know?
him up. I will pull him up.
Huh?
You know him.
This
Eric
next
Roberts.
one, I feel should be pretty easy for you. What 1998 film about an unemployed bowler inspired fan fests all over the United States?
Ask that again.
What 1998 film about an unemployed bowler inspired fan fests all over the United States?
The Big Lebowski.
Yes, sir. All right. Which protagonist battled Knick Knack and Jaws?
Which protagonist?
Yeah, battled Knick Knack and Jaws. Not the shark, obviously.
Yes. James Bond.
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if I know that dude. He doesn't really look familiar
he's
to me.
been in a lot of things.
All right. Another movie one. This is great, and I know you know this. In Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the knights that demanded a shrubbery are known to say what?
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, come on.
Oh. See, I suck at quotes. Like, I suck at saying quotes. Like, if you would have said the quote,
You would know the movie.
I would have been able to tell you what it was. I don't know the quote.
We are the knights who say,
I had to find it too. I was like, it's got to be somewhere. And so, yes, I was able to find that. We are the knights who say, nee. And then they changed it the next time around. This one I know you know. I was just giving it to you as like an easy ass one because I love you. What TV series takes place in the fictional town of Sunnydale, California?
Fictional TV show. I know a factual TV show that takes place in the town of Sunnydale, California. It's a reality show called Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Last one, my friend.
I have a Sunnydale High School athletics.
Oh yeah, I
shirt.
think I've seen you wear that before. Last one, sir. U2's Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me was released on the soundtrack of what Batman film?
It was not the original 1989. It was not when he returned. It was not when he was with Robin. It was when he decided he was going to be here forever.
You are correct.
Yo, that soundtrack had bangers. Like you had Seal's "Kiss from a Rose," you had Method Man's "The Riddler" song on there. Like that. Like I liked the first two, but Batman Forever for the longest time was my favorite Batman movie because that movie was such a product of that era. Like Tommy Lee Jones was having like this second like comeuppance. You had fucking Jim Carrey was in his prime. Val Kilmer was like just building, like he was the next big thing.
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman was the
Nicole
hot,
Kidman.
you know what I mean? Like it just you even have Drew Barrymore and what's that other chick? She's been on everything, like Entourage, she's
Yeah.
in Beethoven Second. Like you have that, like it's just and Chris O'Donnell is, like it just there was so much in that movie that it was such a product of its time. Joel Schumacher, like all that shit, like it just the colors, like the Tim Burton ones were very Burton-esque,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and it had that gothic like. But then with Batman Forever, the gothic kind of went away, and more vivid colors, and it just. Sorry,
Yeah. I
tangent.
like because Forever was with fucking Two-Face and Riddler, correct?
Yes.
So
So the funny thing about that too is in the original Batman movie, they had Billy D. Williams as
Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent,
Yeah.
and then they replaced him and that was Burton's original plan. And in that original Batman movie, and they've released it in comic form. Marlon Wayans was originally going to play Robin,
Oh, okay.
and it was going to be a completely different version of like the Robin origin. But that I forget exactly why that went haywire. I don't remember why, but like got cut out or whatever. And Kim Basinger wasn't originally supposed to play Vicky Vale. It was who? What the? Ace Ventura. What's that chick's name?
Courtney Cox.
Nope. The Einhorn.
Oh, I don't remember.
Eh, hang on. She was originally Sean Young.
Oh, okay.
She was originally supposed to play that character, and she was shooting a movie or something and fell off a horse and got hurt at the last second. And so she ended up not playing it. Kim Basinger filled that role. And then in the next movie, she still wanted to be it. And she like showed up in a full cat suit wanting to be Selena Kyle, but they love Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. Nice. All right. We're gonna wrap it up. My dad's actually on his way early. So
Okay.
things you could say in a crowd. That's how we're gonna end it today. This is just random, weird
All
shit I want you to use when you're in a crowd of people. Potatoes have skin. I have skin. Therefore, I am a potato.
Huh.
I will beat you with a small child.
I've used small children to beat up Garrett.
True. Have you seen my dog? He's 6 feet tall, hates heights, is brown, and thinks he's got swag. Once I saw a purple flying cow, and I named it Philip. Don't freak out, but my neighbor lives next door. Sometimes when I'm alone, I like to dress up all in brown, lay on the floor, and pretend I'm a potato.
What is with you potatoes today?
I don't know. Shh, the jalapenos are sleeping. Stop looking. You cover yourself. Stop looking. Again, random things to say in a crowd. Can I sniff your butt? One time, I died, but I got better. I like juggling teddy bears while breakdancing to the sound of a dishwasher. And here is the last one for you, little stoner, whatever. Wrap up the show. If guns don't kill people, but humans kill people, then toasters don't toast. Toast, 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 toast.
Shh, the jalapenos are sleeping.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. Like, share, everything. Monday
We love
mornings,
you.
you got us. Tuesdays, Russell Fandom. We're someday going to do more things.
True. We love
Knock,
you.
knock, bitches.
Joe's Buds.